A viral TikTok video is providing some much-needed hope to a Clark County couple. Their dog was attacked by another dog at a park in Hazeldale. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Laurel Porter. That TikTok video, viewed millions of times, has led to an overwhelming number of donations to cover medical expenses. Let's bring in Mike Benner. Mike, these donations are pouring in from across the globe?
Yeah, it's pretty remarkable, Laurel. The couple tells me they've received donations to their GoFundMe campaign from as far away as Italy. People from Costa Rica and Mexico contributing as well. All of it coming after an attack the guy you're about to meet says could have ended with his dog dead.
Tenny Creek Neighborhood Park in the Hazeldale area of Clark County, a special place to those who use it, and that includes this couple, Dan and Marjorie.
I run through here on a daily basis almost. I walk my dogs here almost every day. I work from home. I love taking them through this beautiful park.
At least until this past weekend. Dan says on Saturday night he was walking his two dogs. One of them is named Cairo. Dan says she was on a leash in his right hand.
And I felt my arm being yanked, like I had a fish on the line. And I looked over, and this dog, I would guess about 70 to 80 pounds, had latched onto my dog's neck. Didn't release for what I'd estimate to be 30 seconds at least, while my dog is screaming while I'm kicking this other dog.
Dan says the other dog's owner tried stopping the attack, but was unsuccessful. Fortunately, the dog let up on its own. That gave Dan a chance to see the injuries to Cairo. They were so bad, we're choosing to blur parts of a photo Dan snapped in the moments right after the attack.
I called my wife right away. I had my earbud in, was able to call her, and I said, come immediately, she's going to die. Cairo's going to die. We're at the park right now.
I just grabbed my car keys.
Marjorie raced over to the park and drove Cairo to an emergency vet who was able to stabilize her for a transfer to Dove Lewis in Northwest Portland.
If it wasn't because of the generosity of people all around the world, we wouldn't be able to afford to have her there. We would have had to say bye.
Marjorie's referring to a GoFundMe campaign that has raised more than $48,000 for Cairo's mounting medical bills. This TikTok video, created by the couple's friend and viewed more than 2.5 million times, is believed to be the reason for the outpouring of support.
I appreciate every single person who has supported us to this point. I love each and every single one of you who couldn't be here without you.
What bothers Dan is what he considers a lack of remorse shown by the owner of the dog that went after Cairo. In fact, Dan says they disappeared in the chaos that followed the attack.
I would like for this individual to either come forward or be called out so that some level of responsibility can be had. I would hope that the person out there, being a dog owner themselves, could understand the situation that I'm in.
Dan says he did contact police to alert them to the attack. Officers told him to reach out to animal control. He did, and he believes the case is now under investigation. Laurel?
It's so heartwarming, though, to see that outpouring for Cairo. Thank you, Mike.